ema konkan ade a woda so kura mu den.
This meeting presents an invaluable opportunity for us to reaffirm our shared commitment to advancing the rights of women and girls worldwide.
Yane openia wono ena oye director Emma made disasters at Renchamoa enam enipanza so ni nipan form so na ebora Max or Emmanuel niba ebedin komo ediafa binyiri ntokwa no ehun utag HSA ekun aye twaye ewo galamse so no esese ma yani ebre enye sa ebeto achi amene
kana kona ina yinimno yakwa ese yininkunim na wo hwehwe mu a ina ajetum sa politician for no mudi bakano de because no doubt about that.
Afei chifu hemamra shebedwani onmonya for Lawrence Kwabena aginsem e de atudwa sanya manyofo nyina ena enka nokre ana wo ye daadafo
aya na yesi politics nkofo e daada nkofo Kwabena aginsem nyina onu de obai no obeka na nokre
we ena eye emra ho ntokwa ekoso ye asemi kunadie ene ewufo ntokwa ya enti awia ya ne emranimfo ebedi enkomo e de afata na de lumba ene abusua ene amanso a aba no ehun ensem we ene ensem kaye bi ne de bremu ye na aboafo yase
ye de aseda ma MTN network ba kwa waye sensuo ne huni tan eno ne MTN Ghana etimisro ya kan se obetumi anya MTN eSIM ni bi wa download my MTN app no ugo seamless ebeboa papa enti wo call ena wo momo transactions bia wugina telecommunication network so ayen eye MTN ena wo se wudidi djuma afi this way chocolate drinking de wo hia ne nsuo hie anopa ye kumkom yete kom so enwumre so amwada dwo ya bubo bi ne da na asha no pa be hunu se energy foforo bi aba widie mu nwuma ko wi adamenti ene yesom wawie
awie mo kenkanfo me mame ya kunama ena afi
amansan ti ame Kwabena ma afo na afi
ama ano tufo
afe kasebonu nsem eni anope ya bom mu dada se Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama one ne hokafo ko ewiase amana mamu mpanyimfo nhyiam de kese a ekoso ewo Beijing China man no emu na sa adwumadie yi eye nhyiamudie kese a China mampani akasa Xi Jinping ene aman ahodo ene eye wiase aman kabom ko UN ne ma ne nkrabata ehwe emansem so no en wo mato kesa aka bom se obeka ya mfi aduasa abesen kono de ebema matimi apagya na wo mu so anya dibira hodo wo ma no abene mu baabi a yesi ginaye na yetu apode afa mpuntuo ho e de afa oman abusua adwumakuo ni ade ho ema bebam bi yenkai krayese Beijing conference enti ema mpagya ne ema kanko ene se ma benya ano ene nne no e hyase free China empanisi baabi a chechira aboa ne hwan ye gyan no enti se mfie pori aduasa ba bedru na obu nkompo anhye se ye ma ema so enya ano baabi a ye si gina baabi a ye fa adwene ye ma ama so betena pono ne hu bi se ema mo so mo anipa mo nkyira mo adwene mo so mo nka de mo nim mo so mo fa mo nim de ne mo nsua hunu mo nwoma nim mo fa meka ho no se ene emfia duasa ba wonum san kohyem ti mampani ko no wone ne ho kafo eye owura yire Lodina Dramani Mahama wone ne koye ma wo mu ko sa adwumadie yase mampani anya kwan a wo kasa no odi atodwa se enye se afei ne yede ya no bedonwre efri se sa Beijing conference ne ba ye nkai kra no ye kai wo ba pani na nakoradu agima Rollins ene mpanifo bi akeka ne ho ne nkodi na wo mako ede enne emafa ho dia bedru pepa e wo mai Ghana mu na wono se Ghana mampani no wono so woni kura no abakosem se Ghana no wonu ne mampani odi nkan a wanya abedi akira oyi oba enti ema ho asem no eda na koma so a won tutu na jeje mu kura enti na wonum ehye fan fie aduasen no eyade a obekoso a ahye maden ahye makutupa aboa ma ama wo so abo ho so na hyiapono ho baabi esi ginaye baabi aye chichiri mpuntuo baabi aye di nimdie ne nsusuye pa eye wo man edi pagya adwuma no ema nso benya ne na wonum akasa bi.
This meeting presents an invaluable opportunity for us to reaffirm our shared commitment to advancing the rights of women and girls worldwide and to assess the progress that we have made under the Beijing Declaration and the Platform for Action. 30 years on, the promise of Beijing still endures, but it calls for a renewed urgency and purpose. The Beijing Declaration was never just a statement of intent. It was a moral covenant. It was a recognition that no nation can truly progress if half of its population is left behind. And yet, as we review its implementation, persistent gaps and structural barriers continue to slow our collective march towards equality. We must therefore act with even greater resolve and innovation. My country, Ghana, remains steadfast in its pursuit of gender equality and the empowerment of our women. Under my leadership and in my capacity as the African Union champion for gender and women's empowerment,
Mampani John Dramani Mahama no waka vice president na bedi eche Professor Jena no pokwa jimade no ka se Ghana de emfie aduasani a yekohia obaji ho no a ye de ya no tumu bie sai ye ma sabre no nyuma no omoto no ye ma meme kwa yensu ye bekobi ampa e ma na kobi ama ayefe ama ye abakosem se wo ba wodi nkan se mampani abedi eche no Ghana ono mampani na breso eno wabai wo se de be enwanwa kura ni se ye besen kura koyani ma chense fi se enye nwanwa se dachi bia no ye benya oba mampani odi nkan wo Ghana mu.
The government of Ghana has continued to take decisive steps to mainstream gender across our national development policies. We've achieved historic milestones, including the election of Ghana's first female vice president and the unprecedented appointment of women to leadership positions in government, the judiciary, the security services, and key national institutions. These are not just symbolic gestures, they are deliberate affirmation that women deserve a seat at the table of the highest levels of decision making. And I am confident that in the very near future, our women will break the glass ceiling and there will be a woman president of the Republic of Ghana. We've achieved gender parity in school enrollment. Girls are going to school and staying in school. Our commitment is further demonstrated by the robust institutional reforms and legal frameworks that are designed to protect the rights of our women and girls. We've strengthened critical agencies, including the Ministry of Gender, Children, and Social Protection, the Domestic Violence and Victim Support Unit of the Ghana Police Service, the Domestic Violence Secretariat, and the Specialized Domestic Violence Courts.
Mampani John Dramani Mahama enhye mudie mampani ene wo ni wo ko ye no bekwa akohia China adwadifo ne akuku dam wo a wo bibi hye wo ho a wo betimi ababie nwuma wo ma Ghana mu na wa cheche wo hia se ese wo di wo dwetire ba Ghana ebebie nwuma enu achi ebedura nwumre no so behia China mampani na nkasa mampani Xi Jinping na fe Council of People's Republic of China te se Ghana Council of State ni empanifo no wo mo China mamu so shia womo na woni womo edi amayi mienu ehun nkomo se ayonkofa ne kesa ayato no ebeba baanu ni nyina so emfaso de otu enkrafi mampani atna ye Salamat Kuku pencil and otramani edi bai
na Ghana Maritime Authority amienya ntia se nipa makoma akwadunum ena subonto ana enam eye ketekrache wokọ Volta River no so a edane ye no sabre omo sensem ababe deja se wogina mu ewo oti region ehọ ne anim se Volta Lake no ewo yetia yenka bi nhemu ene yama ne bofo a wotonkra edi free hotia ye na so se de asie nie se nipa makomako edunum no emu makomako edu baako eye nkoda ya wo mu mfie no ebo so be se mfie mienu ede kopim mfie dunum Ghana Maritime Authority se de asie no eye asefem sem nenso wo mo hwede on betumi aye ede afa ho asem yiwunti yama ne bofo etia ye na so eche se mpanifo koduru ho no amamra ni amane bi a ewo se wo mu ye na wetumi eyi wo mu aka nsuo no de wo mu guso ya wo mu tu ayesa anamon no mensin no krache pani aye Honorable Prosper Ado ono ena yebo anan se ebetimi ene no edi nkomo Honorable Wadama so temeka ma hen
ya nuya
ya de nke ho ye na de aba besie inaja ama ya wura ho kakra wo yakoma mu na so aba ye ni sempanifo gusu tu ehwa na mo sese ye bisa se mo ko de mani kodi achi bisa mu no de na kofa sa subonto ida ne ba ye ama nipa ye nya ne se omo ye dunum no ya sa pepe na wo se subonto ni mana se mo ko ye no ensakrai fufuro bi aba wachi
iyo me da wase kamenchia ya iyo mi sai te sai diga mo no nipa edunum na moate no kafra omo ahwere omo but ebi mo ho omo actually asking at the same omo yomo and omo no yebo before and a home and so in the natural sense the nipa no could do on that here nipa 20.
Honorable, the Ayatsi free a man about 4 years, will be drew horny addition be dim common. Now, much say, Subonto waited you know, as a nipa ne woman, Bruce Subonto na hoarding so. O quiet sanity.
No question, a nipa no more Subonto no monona of also. If it's a nipa ne was a could do one with me fan at most. I was say, yeah, and no crana also. But thereby our Marco friend if I pay 20 something and the assembly will get that will be individual.
Nanka was saying can ne papa mu anka Subonto na was any pan so nefa.
Any pan so now what she a brosa natural say a
Okoye no mudi mani ko hu nipa dodo se na omofa apoten.
Reporters made me not move for Navy for and a call. Now, Omokoy and interactions I knew a year initially, the Zessa most smart is almost in Nipa 15 years on Kikaon, than on my boy up money. But here now, almost one manga Oma company say, Nipa no more is 24. Out of 24. At the rent see before N9 and France or N9. My day, almost one to almost a year of Kayak and a day.
Anabo 24 ni nyina ye omo a omati na nanam wansie do ana say 15 na eti so omo na ewu
15 are surviving.
Okay.
Sorry, 15 more now.
So out of 24, no 15 ewu.
15 and a free move.
Akan also way.
And Kaya can almost receive treatment. Community na no quite yena seminar sino. Your chips compound be when she almost the woman be no more for treatment. Or my rear or my dispatch or more coffee.
Honorable, Nipa 15 on crowded was saying.
Out of a Nipa 15, no, I'm Koda, Omu, but just a woman may just a minute, Nami, data, no, Emma.
Okay.
Now, Oma Maya, I compile, no, and Koda, no, listen, yeah,
Prosper ugusu pesa data ya maye ye you know yenim san hyehyɛ ya maye wo voter lake no twia so o yese mo woni pa bi no aboni be ka sɛ omo supervise adwumadi aya ekoso wo ho wa me ate ase sɛ e wosan ka ne papa mu a ɛfa nson ɛna nso akɔfa mako be sɛ aduonu ɛnan sɛsi aye kasa yi san krofo na amre bi atwa mu ne anim sɛ mo mo gina hɔ ɛhwɛ wo mo adi Subonto ni di akoniaba ne seat we sɛ de wo sɛ wo mo ye ɛna wo mo ye no na wo mo ni hɔ.
Oh, almost or miniaba, but the TNSA could one and yet at 2 every the main station and a cover here econo. Civica for acquire to say, oh, I were queer. Now, being so queer, what would the energy between what the enemy independent there no police barrier be a new point. It is a sacred now, so was our uncle. Now, sacred and funny papa, now we are to compare new. Obile Jesus semasi nti babi a womo se no any babi a womo ko ayie no enye the designation point a marine police wa na navy poli we no omota ekoho normally no marine police any navy poli on market days and a days a big days boots no etwam ebi koda mai ebi kokwa me e de sen kejeji ebi kwa boto ase omu patrol nsuo no so efe said ya omalu di ene de kekaho but on this day Saturday no days normally no activities a won so no that I visa. So almost the one corner and almost the other community a year. And the woman loading from the main point the Babia Marine for war. Ye now who said this is how they have loaded and I die almost all.
Afionabo udeta na ya ready a obetimi ama ye hunu se 15 no free mu no enkoda na ye dodo sen
enti nipa no na omu no bako ye 10 years bako ye 13 bako ye 14 bako ye 2 years bako ye 4 years bako ye 3 years bako ye 6 years another 4 years 12 years 5 years enti and we see 6 years. The 1 year adults now 12, 11 where I'm able to no munayam. As in Penifono Mumu, 68 years. Bajo Jimmy.
Mitio Power Dama.
Bakwanya 68 years, Bakwanya 48 years, Bakwanya 33 years, and Abakunso Anya 18 years. We know any deeper or mushroom.
Ona boy abusia ba ko anase manfra na no omokwa yi no
emu enipa be ye nson de omu 50 ba ku
Ona bon koma ye ni wudi e de afri de asie hu no enye we ni de edi kan wo no me be ya adwen yate mu abakosempɛn ye bisa se e bi asi pɛn na ke finsi e betimi asua bibi afrim na yanse anko ye chi ama de edi ye bone na amabiu asan so ato yen de enhyehyeye ena mpanifo di gu akwan mu even though say koba ne say onko baabi ani pa ni behu na mom o mane afantwe aso baabi kura no a hyehye be na di gu akwan mu say de esi ye nke bi nsan sunsi biu
enti sesi ano de ye pese ye ni say anopa yi samene o ye kata music meeting eguso den ekoso na sesi ade ye ni say enye tembrandi ho emra no ho ena manfo ibu emra no so I was here emra no bokina this is a marine police for any navy for there won't be anything like that way a weekend because they say yababe who say from in yesi with me a drew memeneda a drew fiada because of a year and maybe a kwapiada yakwa sorry wa ha na yakwa sorry program wa ha ye sign akọ ifie ni nyina no Emma amanfo edi akwane ba ewa koso bunu so a omutimi elu bi omo more than they are required to do. This is here it won't be the normal Monday to Fridays, but it will be extended to the weekends so that a drew fiada ne memeda and in the question that the patrols will be on the link. Said the beya so much now could one and say fan nipa edia 6 na ufa nipa 6 emra na ewo no e wo se emra no eye adwuma say obi a boat ebetu a emra no kire say wo sa manfo a wo betena boat mu no e wo se ye show life jacket so wunni life jacket yempene emma wonfu e wo boat mu say utukura akuba bi kodo no ankasa so no maritime authority no almost certify kodo no emma wo de embossment be the bone no more at line bia could one so loadinate push a line no and that's what I do the cover. Sunny money in a make sure say could do biara over your area hano maritime authority for ebeba omaba be certify no more this embossment now up so could do biara will need enforcement you can't travel on the label say a private one cry unya juma opesu ko babia near a embossment no ofre no na ko babia obeko no until some maritime for no agia to mama because clearly no overloading no and I could one ankasa senka eya briefing na memanya treten kasa accident we in because na could one no such nti nsuo ba mu kakra and omode container di disita nsuo and I almost you know na container na just you know nti o ma ka training o time boot no and on why na go say o say da ni boot keep game no ma kwa fasa at the same container no at dance you na ni in an attempt to negotiate the careful could one on so I might say the capacity and a balance another one and a capside and then you win the other.
Among Sanson share life jacket in Kahun.
Almost a life jacket and so. Now the issue of the life jacket here, I assembly brief because life jacket and no crowd that could one now or 4 now castle moon fine sa. A month full issues to be brief and will be a say and our nipa naso a TD boom. One by Senna sweat and they breathe. Both for Nankasan, what the life jacket and the man one.
Double, Yakra no pay share campaign be say despite media said the ICA den ka areho. Inti ka Yakra na life jacket in once a maka. But the who came me at as say life jacket na just a bi wo ho na pen no mo pen she. Okay, adeshemama nipa ote ne nkase ene ne di nkomo ye mensi krache penia osoma adehye ewo krache atoye mensi no emu honorable prosper ado
wasaba wansama oh live jacket dama ebi wo ho enna ya wo mo se wo mo shy so wodi wo mo enna mu edudodo enke ye nyaano ananka ye bisa yo
Neni hontia ntia no pe kra de chesuma so yesi anye ye ba gigi esikane akwa akotobi akwa akoma omo because enkwala ewo mhwe enkwala obobom akwala 2
enkwala nko atuafo
amutoso
nkwada 12 ana wose efie ba akomu nipa nso ebusia ba akon
senko timi amakusana no ma yense o la jacket ni de bebre egu
aha
na emom hye na wo mo nhye ana se de wo no anso omo anke no so beboa ye pa
dano nankofo komprenie se na ade no wo hye kure mu edudodo na wo hye hye wo de wododo
oti nsuo su amframa na nsuo ne so ho ne hye so de o
na won se ya nsuo no toto ni nti ayiri kakra nsuo no nso ayiri kakra na akofa aha yo ya nsabesa
so se subonto ina ayedada esa nwunu omo ko nyina nsuo ni timi wurem enso ma ampena sem hia
wo se crash overload o ade a eyese fa nipa enso abro so anwoche na nipa eduonunum 25 na teso wo mumu aduru kura ten ayi no bonto
na nkasa
yo abusiafo ya toaso ya nsaka na abrana ya ne na toa nkomatete no so emra sebentani a wogina ma ade se wo tufo himalowa de nkyira ewo mfimfini mantemu Honorable Lawrence Kwabena Jinsem ena wokase wose politicians no enkofo nwonum se wo pe wo mu nka no kore pa wo wiase mu a politicians ya na wo pese wo sesa se din no a politicians ya je no enti ebra wo be ye mrase bedoni sei ade ba ko a wo ka kire ne ho ne se ne mpasua so wonom obema adesua apete wanum nyina wo bi be wi ade akura mpo a adesua ne yede bebro no enti 2024 abra wa ye campaign no asamu a na eda na no anie ampa wode wase ayo yo enkwade yi etro BC wiye result ba ye wo mo be ko secondary school ona botna ase a wase de ne wo betumi aye de aboa no nkofo yi ampa wakoya wato student mattress ni bebrebe wato trunk aka ho eno nso ni bebrebe tobosi ebi ka ho ena adesua ni bia aside the niama wode ama woyi o 10,000 enipa 116 student yo ena watu wonum nyina ya wonum adoye te sey 58 junior high schools ya woni mpesua so wo etrese wade wasia yo yo bosa wo hye wonum bia wo di so afe himailo wade ntira wonum sei ban education be 500,000 and was spend wo honum nananom a wo honum nso ona netima won okura wonum mu saa na nama ayensu asara ya wotoso miensa oni ye denchira traditional area na oba ahema adwa obinya so ono so ye tufu traditional area wonum so kura sei data dedication endowment fund 20,000 obia anje etrese ni mpehia no so de wo ye adwuma pa
ayane yɛ sɛ politics nkɔfoɔ ɛdaadaa nkɔfoɔ kɔbragye sɛm gyina ɔno deɛ ɔbae no ɔbɛka no nokorɛ ɔmbɛyɛ politics of ndaadaa na yɛhu sɛ saa politics no ɛde mfasoɔ ɛde brɛ na ma pa aba no munya awerɛhyɛm sɛ Emmanuel Adenkyira nsesaeɛ aba ha mebɔ ntoa no meka kyerɛ mu sɛ mede adesua meyɛ gyankaba mfie mmiɛnsa ɛnyɛ adesua a nka mengyina mu anim nti adesua ɛda makoma so Yama me papa no mo etete amo doye amo ye ngo amo kwefom ahwe amo nim fifre na mo de awoye se edu ya do ye soso a den ye ba be
ye te se okase oyamra sebetani a wotina ma de se wo etufo himan lowa de ntrabato mpesua so wo mfimfini mantem Honorable Lawrence Kwabena Ajinsem Yenia Kwesi Mensa Egel FM Cape Coast
Yan kwansem fufuro mu awufu achi nsem bebre odwumtuni Daddy Lumba ofiri mu echire nsem saye ni deja sefu hunwi na Eraba Prisla oforiata efreni so odobroni na sabre di ababeto dwase woye Lumba na yere ketoa na ansana na yire keto ansem bebe mu no yete se eye owura yire akosua se wafosu onu ye Lumba yire panyini onu nso de kodan court na lawyer fo se me ni Lumba ware a emrem jema aban emrem enti de beka ne se ordinance mra ni bi na no December 23 2004 mfi aduonu ba ko ne akire ni ene ware ye ewo jema man ni mu enti wo ye mikunu asa jama aban mrem awade aye ware ye no nso yenya akosensan wo court ne de obi nka me ho obi mamachi ebisu ni manim enti eye menkoa na enu na yesisesi ayi abusuafo nso de krata ba abonten se Eraba Prisla oforiata de Daddy Lumba na ate ase wo friend wo dobroni no amamere kwanso no okohu abusua ema wawade ta abaya ne nso sesi ano de ya ware no court mu ensese bi beka ne ho ene de abusua nso sei wesu ya ware no fie ama ye de ya gini tum ama abusua ka se o court de no kra no egu na Eraba fosu antese wa akosha se wanzo se enwuye emremu no wodaso ye mikuno ama sesi a no ensem na ye bebre aye kesenene mayenko family lawyer a wono wote jama mra no en wote Ghana mra no lawyer Kezia Peace Kenneth Azuma mayeni nkodi nkomo board member International Federation of Women Lawyers na chese FIDA eno no lawyer Kezia ye mo ha Peace kasi e bosuni
Paja me mo ha pa
mpacho udinu nyina makani ye
pacho asa
yedase sesi ayi babia ye gina asem ne kan ye kenapa jama mremu ene Ghana mremu se obi kokoto kosensan a de wabeye ne ho ade wo fie no nso ye de no nso beto he
se ye Ghana se ya butwe se o de wo ware design emranda sia ya o person tell say efie de no ekoto nche na che se wa pele se aware ni de kind of people pattern monogamous let's say one man one woman obaba bako any obaba bako kwa ontimi fe bi nka nti sana marriages no say etie say ye mami akosia se wa aware no documents abetu journey discussions ekoso nyina che na ba no wo emra kwan no so se won ko court enkogu na ontimi fa san kogu ontimi fa letter enkogu is a court corner enkogu nti ongu wo court ne de na ba no gina ho painting nti se wo ware wo court mu sana na sɛ ɔbɛma no kɔyɛ obi foforɔ ho adeɛ a yɛfrɛ saa awareɛ no void marriages ɛyɛ aware a anhyɛ aseɛ bu ɛwɔ mmara no bi so saa na mmara no kyerɛ wo bisrɛ mu mmara asɛm yɛka
yo anti lawyer wei deɛ wokyerɛ mu akyerɛ yi ɛwɔ mmara mu no Ghana mmara no saa nɛteɛ na German deɛ no nso yɛ saa anaa saa ordinance nkyerɛ mu yi
we believe say yes, there will be conflict of laws. It is share civil issues now. You know, I do says our AB or Germany or US or Italy. That's the Akokota. And that's a Ghana. That's the Akokota. Yes, well, now that I'm not going to appreciate Mokoye. It's a manager more. So I'm mentioning Ghana. So. Patriotic, I'm going to say. I'm not quite so no. What do I say? Omo ware wa buchiri bia na say court aware a eda so gina ho peti ji so mo kotwem wo court ndi ko metwa metwem wo Ghana court ana say Germany court
ena wo mo antwam ya ti so say busuafo nso say okotwam wo fie ana eno no wan kotwam wo court no ntie fie de no de ho enya adwuma sesei efito mo se wo de krata bre ni kunu bra no wote ase ne se ampacho aware a woni me ware mi hu so me se woni oba foforo tintimi a pese mi jai summe yemi se kyekye ne ama eno nso mo de ho krata aba
sa aware a yekoye no court no ye ntimi emfansa enko jai ebi wo ho a obi pese okoye court jai na wa hye da start with Midday Sako. But I worry or quarter. Technically, if you dear no, a running pool would be if you want to find Sabi and Cobbett Nako quarter na Akosati ever. But Obi Waha, or Besso so a mamre any, Besso some penny when it's your Sabe confess. But a no, a chakot assembly. Pacha what you say. And she let us to so. Yati to say what your draw. Or marking can or maybe be say or say. Okay, so the enemy said the pet, Shawoma, Bejame, Mammy, Chefawo, a damn way, we were interested to me, sick account. My aunt Chena made me because they are only men and I'm pet. My sister walk over, how you see, or the could be green and ball. Yeah, Papa, we had a record. It is a letter, and your court paper, a proposal for settlement amicably outside of the court. So, for example, mechanic tree castle. So I let an say, me person me do court, but me person ye betri man soon ding. Enti yanka science as you say. First of all, I know the way is second, me japa dear over. Enti me person me de a woman. Me no abobra. Me person me media a woman. Pancha what you say. Enti no. What protocol in terms of settlement and come to us here and I have a pass okay, Mate. Memma will say, and now or tea and no one say fine. And almost a crack down and no more course okay, say about baby, but you near my fine and Japadi on the yen I had that. Busumi, I meant to say, Becca, member. And I will be the man, we cow with the one, cow with the other point. And to meet you, sir. And son of our share of case in Poissy. Then, I ate it, and no young conquer your home, and now you say, and now for her, and I'm a noble brassy, and I'm a visit to her, and I am the cemented stay bags, then I'm in toss as you wait, then I'm here, see, and only young cocky cast our court. Then go for now, to Mohasia, said young command, and propose and go and gave a party as here. And got a beer, the empty house by this time. But what I say. But a sign said, on one to us to Uncle Court, my men and found court, Papa also found court. Our annual a bit more discussions, dear Martin teacher, say Papa cry, acknowledge my men, or your lady, or according to be and son, when you make cry at Tunis and friend. And so I didn't say any. Well, 18 proposal and so they will a tradia quarter some Akan. Why? So I was here with quarter. Could dream now I call secretly. So I was any void. eno anya aware e wo mra kwa
ya enti sesi ya e wo court ananse na aware no that's wo court na mukasa mu no court
no court when we say a proposal
there be aware no sa monogamous marriage no edaso wo eho e wo mrem
existing
yo enti edaso wo ho wo mrem so ye ne yire na abusuafo nso se ye de ye ba no tiase no ye nim se wo ware bi kan wo ho enti de waware na kan wo no nso ye gini tum no ye be kan sen
wa ho brase abusuafo no ye wrong before the law mesremo before the law e wo mra na enimu no sa argument no enye eduma sa say omo betimi atena say normal having gentleman's agreement say bia the last 15 years sister we never sum ye adishie no onene be wo say etinka ma me se wa ye pa ucho wo de wo ye first na ma ne de di echiri bi na say on be kanan tiasia ye duma ebe ye duma sa because enu de omwa internal decisions say on be ye na tiasia ye duma but e wo mra mu de it died with one wife and the one is the one in the record. So we am last time when you judge.
Yo, any emramu nenso no nipa na toyi yetimi atiasefo ni ewufo timi twa manso ana.
Atiasefo na ewufo ntimi twa manso. Ba se atiasefo no a ewo ho no. Entini ze no. Ne manso no de akokos. One tratters and throw ewufo bi edin. O atiasefo no ene ne ma ekoso a me nje wuru de wu. So enuntina me share that ma me earlier advice me say he died with one wife under the ordinance, under German law. Negotiations between Akosu, Achopa, Niade, but discussions in the play almost na a man, a year together, Bibia, Banana, meaning there be a fire before, a quiet some way as the same court as a mapping. In Tomoa, Munyana Jano. Na entiasie nye eduma na omodishie no mu enkura no pesefe na obi anso nya happy omo find a way a obedum ja na ekoso nipa na odi mu akokot but we na akasa fine mo ne lawyers akasa mo apa agreement bi na mo aye ne kama bibi eni wa yentimi enka hwasem enye but emra no de da hosi isi pajawa jase.
Mami lawyer we that say. Lawyer Kezia Peace Kenneth Azuma, a board member, International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA, and Osain a yemrenim for Unim German Ra and Unim Ghana Mranso.
Ene ye ko binyiri asase so na sabra me no kasai Ghana de hye mpempem ya wo mo ekot na Cote d'Ivoire ne Burkina Faso ntwia so wo brekra na wo ma setena mu nhye dan koyie no enya na ntie se wo ma san so bo anan ya dodo na eba fie wo sanabo so me de to so aduonu enan emu nsensem beto odwase biyiri ntokwa no ama ne homne so ama nipa ma akoma akwa aduasa ba ko eti nananom ewo nse do eche ma akoma akọ eye empem aduana enwotwe 48,000 yes wo mko etu kwotena afiri eye sola tuna kaba entwia ne so ene wo mo a na ewo bole mensin ne mo asemi aka ho bi ama Ghana mpanifo a chance di mu nkomo de wonani edi achi se wo mo a akwakoka eye Cote d'Ivoire ne Burkina Faso ntwia so no be bibi edi afa ho no asan so de wo mo aba sese nya na ntie se dodo no a esan so abafie a wo ma setena mu sese enema ekoyi a enesa ye ko ahoma no so ne director de ma ye kwa ahoma no so ne director Emma man-made disasters Ora Maxwell Emmanuel Nibe akwakodi enkomo esanse aban panifo chance tu eho anamon se akwanese bia so no wobetumi ahwe ede wo mo asanso abafie no eja panifo me ehunu se ebinum abedru na ebinum so maaye na nso se sei de wo masigina se dodo no a na atumi aba bedru nte wo so wotumi ye de boa no so wo ba beye amane ma so atumi akonkan hyehye ne ye se yenya Ora Maxwell Emmanuel Nibe a ebebisa no se mprempren ɛwɔ asomdue no ɛtesen afei nso nipa dodoɔ sɛn na obetumi aka de ne nsɛsi so sɛ ɔmafiri ɛyɛ Burkina Faso ɛne Cote d'Ivoire entwea so wɔ no asanso aba bedru fe enya no die madama ye kɔyɛ nim
na president ma University Teachers Association of Ghana UTAG Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Professor Eric Abavare and Walker say wase galamsey no ayentumi ntu ase no ne nyina ne se yempanimfo ne bi ayadufo de pepa politicians ka ho na nanom mpanimfo bebre nso aka ho se wo se distraction na ekoso yensuo yese no ye forest reserve yese no eniama oba ade de ma ye ne a eboa yen eboa yekuaye eboa ya pomuden yese ni nyina enam nipa kakra bi omadu de pe ene wo mu pesemi nkuminyanti ena Ghana ewie seye Professor Eric Bavare any peace news kasa and what I say wo said your friend is a political well say amanyoni ede ne nan besi fom say wo kodi atiagaram say saade no eni ho asada atenso yamai mu ayatie yi enipa ni bi yadufo de pefo papa wo mu ye greedy afa mpanimfo a yade wo man etapade se wonum nsa wo se pani bebi a wanyina duro sika ne bre ya wo wonum afemu a eno na nam so ade besi ne gadam se ne yentumi ntu ase no
galamsey kona ina yinim no yakwa ese yini nkunim na o hwehwe mu a ina ajetum sa politician for no mudi bakotin ano de because no doubt about that but yeah bo politician for na chi no timam for se hwe yemu ase o timam for no mu a no hu se sa timam for no so yensu ban bi eso ka ho a emma politician for na kono mo so kono obuni nkunim and say last week maami bi a wo ohene wo western start wo baby so no atimi agina ne na so aka se on pe galamsey ni mpesiaso ewo ho no na wa nyi sika na eno kire wo se be bia galamsey enso ewo bia no mpanyimfo na ewo no henene na hemfo no mka ne ho no omo so agi sika no eno tema galamsey ekoso
na eno ati na prof etrese esase omaimu ni nyina ya maye homene so na ye hunu se ya fra bibi mora ade a me ye menim se ade no enye entidie na me ye ade afa ho mi jai anasa me toa so ese ye ne ankasa ye tena se ne ehunu se baby a ye sei sa ne me de kro ensu ankofo no ye se no kwaye ye se no ye ne ankasa ye tena se katre ye ho se no enough is enough afi kata se no proye ya adokro ye no nso yantena se ne yankantre on si ye bejai si ye yasa de ya garamsey ku ye betumi etu ase
maame no hina me kan asem no on de nkasa na nkofo ne de ko ho so mba bamba bitu galamsey enti de on ahemfo no kan de nya hwe ya ntro bi no mutwa omu ka ho bi enu nti na ekoso no omu kwa muka se sika bi a ye de ahye vluba ye de brom no so omu so omu nyi no mdo mu na isi wo se galamsey enkoso kata na odi finka ba na enkosi aga moral awakening and say the communities, the chiefs, opinion leaders, MCE and DCEs, all those within those communities must rise up if they are committed to wanting to fight the galamsey menace. It is not only the central government. While the central government is making an effort, therefore they say central government put a 10% effort. That's almost a 20% effort. The government 30%. You call him. Instead, you in Apaja and San Francisco central government. Now, moon pay for most upon one would be bonny. In this up bonny now, moon pay for need or moon yai.
Dear, say or say a president. Emma University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG. Nankrabata Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Professor Eric Abavare, Yenia Abdullahi Dasmani.
Adeshima madama yebesa se akwachi kakra ne akodi bi yiri nkomo no eya na ntie se Owura Maxwell Emmanuel nibe afede na homa na toto be me na wadama wotime kan amemo aha e de ba peace news so Opani Maxwell ma hai mo ya dance papa Yate nyina no ye ne de akire sanse bi yiri ka ye ho se wo mamu baako eti ye ka wonenti ana account no e ka ho bia ma agya na ye ho nyenya ye nkakra sese ye yi ye de eye bambo mu nsem ni asondwe mu nsem egu nsani aso e wo binyiri a e ho te sen
na me no ti ade ni aka say peace has restored in the Jingri. But America from because machine right.
Yo wadama de betimi aka ho abetimi ache emu yie no de konesa na ya hwe timi asani mama ya tiefo nti se wo se de ho ye asundwe wo ho anya na okay anya na ma yenhunu yenuanom o mokọ Burkina Faso ni Cote d'Ivoire no efa ba bi ete se wo maba achie adehie binum ne edi nkomo ka se da bi o ye ma ye se de wo mo kan ye da so abutu o sese amprempre wo na wo ho agya nkomo emutu emu anamompa wo maba fi ana.
The truth is that our Director General was in Cote d'Ivoire, and then the Foreign Minister was in Cote d'Ivoire. The President actually sent the high delegation team to Cote d'Ivoire. Even before that, our people in Cote d'Ivoire were fed by NADMI under the instructions of our Director General, where our regional director sends food items to them. What I can comment on it now is that there is peace in Solar Tona Calabar now. We are going through the process of reintegrating the people. I can say over 90% of the people have returned to Ghana. Some of them have moved in the Bono region, but majority of them have stayed back in their own areas that they were. We can say we have not completed the process of reintegration because some people naturally still have fears in them. So some of the people in Cote d'Ivoire are resistant to come because they do not know the unknown. But we are going through the process of reassuring everybody. The chiefs in Solar have come to terms that this is unnecessary, that they have to be supportive of the process of reintegration. So what I can say that is true, some of them are still there, but it's not because the system is not going to accept them, but it's just that out of fear and the unknown. That is why I say, but there is truly reintegration that is going in place in Solar Tona Kabla. Thank you.
Ti omubedu ye no considering womu states wodi hunu wo mo would you advise say omubi no ana say dodo na be hia psychological talk bi netimi aboa wo mo ana.
Yes, so our Director General NADMO, Major Retired Dr. Joseph Dikanye Kuyon, have directed a team to prepare itself for psychological support for some of the people. So we are putting up measures before we visit the ground, but we are taking the data of those that are arriving and where they are so that we can go and give them the appropriate psychosocial support that is needed for proper reintegration. So that even with them, they can also support those that are still outside and being fearful of what is unknown, to be able to talk to them to come back home.
But Ora Maxwell, considering day one of the Benue conflict to date, would you say, sir, a coina ye nam no a year, and as a man-made disaster, no, would you say Kakwain for be wa? You would advise say yem faso sa nebia de yehui, a chinebion kayenhuana.
We think that the process that are being started now is good because these are people who have lived in a place for long. You don't want to do some programs where you are talking about relocating these peoples and all those things. It doesn't give a good image. Ghana is known as a very resilient group of people that have lived with each other for long. This is an unfortunate incident. So we are dealing with it. The president have a high-profile testing led by a peace consultant who is also in there. So there is a lot of approaches that is being engaged in Solar Tona Calabar. The chiefs are part of the process. The people are part of the process. So we are going through a number of activities that we think is the best process for now. But we are doing an evaluation of each step So if there's a need for some twisting, we can involve those issues that will develop out of it. But for now, we think that the processes are yielding the positive results that we think we want. Thank you.
Good one, but Wadam Asana Obekono, Usha Ahimfo, and some are working. Any addition or and some are working, yeah. Say currently, we see assume Jenny Yarnesa. What would you tell them moving forward? Sanya Beya, and Quayas a board as we jump from my ain, Asiana Quay no phone, Yidis as sooner do no being quotium, emanation.
Thank you so much. I think from the President to the Minister of Interior to the Foreign Ministry and through my Director General, everybody is calling for peace. And I think we have personally engaged the overlord of the Gonjaura, and they've engaged the Solaura, they've engaged the Bualaura. And these are major keys in the whole equation. They have come to terms to accept this, that we have to live with people. But then there are other cultural activities that we are handling behind the scenes. And we hope that these things will result to the back forever, that we will not have these issues coming up and people running away. Because it doesn't give a good image to our country, it doesn't give a good image to the president. And so we are encouraging them that whatever it is, let's sit down and discuss, let's talk, and then we can better resolve the issues than fighting and destroying and killing ourselves. Thank you.
Okay. Ora maso dance papa panti the rest 10% no when I hear any so almost Babedu Ghana.
So we're talking to them. There is a team that is still visiting them and trying to talk to them to understand that there is actual peace. Because when you go somewhere and you have peace and your fear is taken out, you don't really want to come back. But we are talking to them, and then very soon we'll have all our citizens back with us.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. We just moving forward. No, be actually your best answer about now,
no problem. Thanks so much. I'm sorry I'm not able to communicate to people in the Twi language. I'll begin to learn my Twi very fast.
Don't worry, we'll give you tutorials. We are cool. We'll take them through. Thank you so much. Adeshimai Manipa, Yanini Din Komwe Aye, Director of Man-Made Disaster, Ora Maxwell Emmanuel Nibe. Asemi unit of Abomunina, I say, Yebisano say, Mpempra Yeka say, se Woodru bin yiri asa so asumdwene to say, or Simuse a ye, a son saying, Comona or money adishia di, and an animal here for all Edian, say, a shame kunai. Yebisa say, Ghana Adishi Omoko Cote d'Ivoire, no Burkina Faso, Kobo on Huja. Wabrekwan to kwane hyase no ya ne ntese ebiaba ebinum da so konkon ho wo mu ne di akire omyehu nipa dodo a aba eno so osisu se nipa ekoye no ye de gu ohamu abupen se nia so a ohamu abupen be hye aduokron 90% ena atumi aba ena ye bisa se na 10% no aka no omo so omo ne atwam se omo nya Ghana fo biwa na o se de bia nya ne sa ho a ebinim won a ehu kakra no suro da so a wo makoma mu nenso so no omo akoye mpanimfo aban atu wo mu se omo ni sankomo yanim no omo so ene wo mo kasa o wogidie se ebre kwa animu enche kra o mu nyina besan so esane aba o se ye nkran se de ekoso ma ye mbo hu esan se o mai Ghana ne Burkina Faso ni Cote d'Ivoire ye nkabo mu aye wo no se de wo se wo mu ye bia no wo mu ya masundwe atimi atena ho mebisa ne se wo ko edie no wodi beja adehia e wo ho no se ne be ya ye nkasa o se asundwe ho ne nso so no enko se border so ja na china bi obi kotie mu anhye no e ho nso obo ne tofa se obesere adehia no ada se na nanom nyina agya tum aban so agya tum no obia eye na famudie no omo hwe hu ne se omo nyina enipa baako nti omo toa so masundwe ne tena ho se ya ebetumi aboa pa o se de si ya di hu abobinom obi wo ha obeduru eye ntwea ne so no wabo akire ababono mantani mu ana ofiri ebi wo ha omo ntimi nko omo da so abutu ho eni nti Director General edema Man-Made Disasters ahye omo tim ne bi se omo ne omo eni nkita ho enkasa nkire omo wo madwenim na sa ehunu a ahye binim akoma mu no eno so entumi enfiri ho ye hye ne boss ebre kwa ani mu no se hu hia se peace news ye san ba won na so a ye ntwentwen ye na sekra ye besan so aba ho bio opani ani din komu eyowura Maxwell Emmanuel Nibe wo ye Director edema Man-Made Disasters
and yes, I'm rank cry here na mampani atena ye ankobia hene na chese chief of staff yo Monyam for Julius Debra what dia to dwa se enfinhia penu ne aduonu miensa enkukọ ne nkukọ ho niema nama hodo nkosua akukọ ahrawa ne takra ne techrema ne nsono ne mrebo akukọ na nkasa na chi wo fadampam ne nan na basa ye kraba o my Ghana mu no wo mo ediko sika mu ana $170 million ene yesese free Ghana de kokra nkukọ nama hodo yi ede ba o my Ghana ene o se ye nchechiri o man sei o man enum ye de na so ye mpese ye be ye adwuma ye benya nkukọ ne adidi ho de enya ni so ade hunu pa emwa yen emma o man ni dwadie ni sikasem kura nyina brane eni ti se nei mampani enya ni so ade no asunda ye sei wo de nkukọ nketinketi dwumadie no e ba beboa ensese amanfo twetwe no na wo ye ze nkukọ nketinketi so ne de na enu nso de ba bia Ghana adri afa ni ye benye nkukọ ma emwa yen no enu o si da bi sa nkukọ nketinketi eni so ade no nhihye na mampani di aba no eye nhihye pa enu beboa ma obia tumi anya ne nkukọ oni fie de opese wo wi bie no enu abi na wa wi enu bie fisi obi nya nkukọ na wonkonkore kotre enti onyanya nkukọ nketinketi na nketu anu nso ngongo ntima na nyi be ya pokyereni tinketu na ebenyi abe nkukọ nyini a wo mo bebo mu kokroko ama afi ye di bi nso aye akukọ nkwan na eba ne sa ebeboa masika ye kru kradi free Ghana kokra nkukọ eba no etimi abafom dwumadie koso asoye from say living Yahweh 7-day assemblies of God. There be 7-day Sabbath assemblies. Living Yahweh 7-day Sabbath assemblies. And wonum di womu juma na oma fasha womu efrene say atonement feast any charity show afid year 2025 wotonsa the Fred chief of staff ma wokopio dwumadie na sibinti wokasa no and watch them say sana chese living Yahweh 7-day Sabbath assemblies no womu krans womu nya nkukọ ni bi womu ankasa poultry farm ho and wo de bo womu abaso womu ya de pa enti say the living Yahweh fo aye no we say akuakuo ene yankra wo bi aye ni se ya enkankakra mpani se tietia ne botoa na nka aboa no na etimi aboa yen ama etumi ama saa nkukọ aya ye pagya sika ku edikotoba no etimi abafom
Emre odimi ko ran no ye kodu baby a mo portrait ni wono na mi hu se ya chiro bibi say don't joke with nkukọ kete na no kwaye wo mu ni say sebio as on my we afibiti say 2023 nkukọ nko a ye krafi abroche ebru $170 million mi ka say sika we say ye na ye nkukọ wa ha ena say sika no da ho a anka bi ye betimi dia ne ma bebre enti mi jira so ma se so for some looking say midday mani so say o man pani di idea ne ba no one can say be a politics now odwi ko kan hu say your mining chichire enti and no de nkukọ nketinketi na ba emre du say be fi na yenum na ya hyemukina na ya sita say o man ya pese yen ya nkukọ bia ye be yusu no ye be ye nkukọ yen ya ye o ha since ye be kwakokra obi mamu nkukọ na ye di adwuma koma ono ne nkrofo mo
chief of staff Ora Julius Debra ena yetin came na kofa by any candy former living Yahweh 7-day Sabbath assemblies Apostle Philemon Oko Ajiman edi ad said ye eto aban enim se beya kayenya da bi ediso ebetu ni din se National Charity Day ni susu mu ono se ne eda edidi osagefo awudai 21st September no kafi bia ye ne sa ebeboa pa na amomanfo no anyatema ne abadaye sununko ama wo mu ayeye bi ma de aboa mobrowafo ene anibiefo
ye ni bisa wa it is ye ni bisa no na ye nso ye oman no na nuanom nso ababa ya de so amaye oman ne momodi no onyi charity day say be fa ye wura kwame nkroma ayo man panyi odi kan no ne birthday no na the charity day na ka ho na region bia district bia bom na obi asori mo wa che bia mo fa nko municipal ni be hia na sorry yensu ya chere kakra won ye da kwadan ya ban dia bre won na amma ani da so ba won na wo ye disable no ani mo brofo no den anim se o menye bibi o man ye to aso minim se eyo man ti no ye betimi anya sika bi atoso na amma won ani da so mesire bebre se yenye asori bi won mo a wo ka so onkoye mi se nyanka wo ye dia wonko na so si etimi national charity day ni si wodia na ye na so e ba onim se ono so wo kakra bi a ye digital wo mu no odi beko akoboa
the Apostle Philemon Okwajimade ka woni se wosra ban se galamse no so etu so sapa enti omanani emre wo ho
Mijinai ene wa ohwemi obi ntimi nkwa asase bi so se okosidan utwa foundation bi baba o se sia se why na ma okwan se etwa foundation wa eti papa no a o ye galamse ho no why na ma ne asase ayin fomfom mumram bi eye krobi super nyini bi na etwa asase na iden aman asase wura wan me question asase wura no wan ni pa ma ne kwan no ono ma ne kwan so wan ye fence mining wo nsuom ene so mine ye bra ye momodin yam na se ye mining wo nsuom Ghana yen sebre yan yen kase yen twie hu finsuo no yen san twie hu free eya reserve forest yen twie hu na kwaye ne sai no o man na ni da so na esa na ba bia yesu se o mo ye be ye niam o mo kwan no mo nya yen fa emranye den emata ho
Apostle Philemon Oko Ajiman, one no founder, Living Yahweh 7-Day Sabbath Assemblies, and yet in Clinton Akwetia Mwakon.
Siade, a Jumani move big. Contracts no so cost so big. If you are Bram, if you are the DPS pipes, a bird Jumano. No complaints, no excuses. Smiles and kwa. Anti-contractors, plumbers, agency for any beer. We see DPS pipes, air connected better. No leakages. A sign chapa. So PVC pipes, HDPE pipes, PPR pipes, DPSO, and Sansu your correct map project. Beer. Fresh ACR 0543 662 727. Pomechina Kwan was Sprintex Road, Coca-Cola Chilewa. DPS pipes connecting you to life.
So wakoma ho show. Ana ebo periperi de broni kan hardware no a e de na se wo ye na se wo yam so atim so e
wo be pack na farmer Martin's liver salt tira kwan entem ehwie nsu agu glass mo ate Martin's liver salt no ba kwa no na wo de agum
wo be hu se ehuru wa glass ni mu na wanom Martin's liver salt ye won orange flavor ana ba ko so ye plain
wonu mu a ho beto na mum edi na anu na ho nto wo a ko hu doctor
the luckiest luck is everywhere for everyone.
Day. Maintain kakeko. Miniman kasa. If you say the luckiest season 3 Asayaba.
Afe mami chew kwanya obefa so nye o ticket but star 712 hash na dey ehise no so to ticket ana se ko internet no so na bo the luckiestafrica.com se bia me community ticket no so na you lucky number
ubetumi so ama system na eyibi amount chere ahia wo pese wutua every 1 Ghana cedi posi 5000 Ghana cedi ubetumi mpo ato ticket no ama obi foforo ye obi hero wo pese wutua enye den kra wo Ghana for mobile money tia na so wo amanone dia for bank card tia
ticket baako ebo sika no ho empay ahanum 500 times we ye massa ye pay there will community de benyanso betimi aye emoho edu 10 times
inti yen kambom na yen lucky na luck bebia shamo hoso enye ma wona wondi infiedu watching luckiest jumedie yi enele imrata chire wo Caritas lottery platform no so.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Yama yetiefo akwaba kase ebono esi amansan tiame kwabena mafo ana
Mambe ya kunama eni
ama ano to for afia de shebama ya dia sedan ema MTN Ghana or say everywhere you go. MTN makacho say why sensuo we ni time. Ensuo da ho a obi enu o time de den abenum bi nti MTN de den ya wodi ne bedi udwuma telecommunication networks ni nyina wabo adwuma so amane wo down so. Je MTN eSIM no download my MTN app no ne go seamless na be bo adwuma gidigidi. Of course bedem afei this way chocolate drink de ohia ayen so share. Me ba cho eto kom so anopa na ma energy awia na wo de sene enwumre nso so wo koda na wadidi awie na wa hwese wadwale awie ampacho opese wo da for me nam chocolate papa e de ayenti no eye this way chocolate drink no na de nso she kakra ewo no na wo kwa awia de de ka se nso a enwunu na chese abo anwuma kwa da menti ene de prem tobre kase no ebesom ye matiefo nyina aha emamomo enitia adehye.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Every buyer, na sika mani ho nsensem bebre.
Me de wosika na mane ka finra o.
Ajebia na mumu buy, odi tumi ne be share wonsa.
Ah, kosia. Wan na nemri mo di sika twitwi die nante. Abra obetimi di afa mumu so.
Eno an se wodi wonsa be boso keke. Sika no be ko ententem a asembia ene.
Minsa can invest me sika no.
Minsa ka pension sika no.
Minsa ka loan no.
Momo tijidi a wo ma no ase. Lisanti odi ekwan pa ebebo ye dwumadi ho ban. Ti say South Pin Research aba. Se de be ya momo ho ban bonu. Ekọ nanim kese. Momo di 0244 300,000 per ene be frɛ. MTN anase momo adwumaye ni biara enfrɛ wo. Enkase for momo pin anase one time password no ma. Afenso na mani sika ma obi a wonim no. Anase untimi verify ni bi. Approve prompt bi a enye wo na wo hyase. Momo still unsaka.
MTN.
Yeah, boy. What you for hini o? Edi asema mi akuya. Me ne me kunu ne me ma na yare.